welcome to Jackie's Garden Spot. I am Jackie, growing in Zone 8B, Alabama. On today, we would like to welcome in our new subscribers. We have quite a few, and I would like to welcome you into the Garden Spot family here. And to our returning subscribers, hey, and welcome back, guys. Today, we're going to be harvesting out some ginger, some turmeric, and our peanuts are ready, guys. So let's get started. Okay, in the garden today, I just cleaned out all of the cucumber plants that was left there. They were just at their end, so I'm not going to replace those. I think, well, what I think I'm going to do is come in with some sugar snap peas, throw those in the ground and see what happens from there. I have some more over here, but they're not taken off as I thought they would. Let me show you those. They're right in here. So I don't know, but this ginger, I keep moving it out of the way. It's time to cut back this shampoo ginger and then mulch it over for the winter until next year. And then you see our culinary ginger is dyed up back, so I'm harvesting that, as well as the turmeric today, as well as those. Remember those sweet potatoes, guys? We're going to go down and harvest those as well. So what I'm going to do first is cut back this ginger, and then I'll bring you back and show you the end results. So we got everything cut down from the, you can see right there. And then as I was doing that, guys, look, this is our grape plant that was planted this year. And look, it has one little grape on it. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. So I'm hopeful for next year with that. I am very hopeful that we'll get many more next year. As I am looking at the sweet potatoes in the grow bags here, my thought was that I wanted to go ahead and harvest whatever was in this bag out, because as you know that this bag, we didn't get anything out of that one. However, the leaves have started to kick off and go in these two bags. So I think I'm just going to keep watering and fertilizing until our first frost or until it gets very cold, and then I'll pull that just to see what's going to happen with these two bags of sweet potatoes. So I'm going to leave them for right now and just keep watering and fertilizing just to see what happens. So that's the status of the sweet potatoes so far. Now we're hopefully going to harvest out some culinary ginger and some turmeric. So this is the ginger. Let's come in here and see if I can pull it up. And I got this idea from Clausing World. The nice lady at Clausing World, if you follow her on YouTube, she said just to buy some store-bought ginger and then just to plant it. And so looks like we have a good harvest of ginger there, if you can see that. So that's always good. We have some ants in there as well, but we have a pretty good harvest of ginger. See that, guys? Very good. I'm going to wash that off, and then I'll show you our end results of that. And I'll put that aside. And it looks like I'm going to have to come in and treat it for these ants. They're everywhere in here. But look, pretty good harvest. So thanks to Clausing World for her expertise with this. Pretty good idea. And then let's move over to the turmeric. Let's see if I can angle you the right way for that one. And we'll see if we can get that turmeric pulled. Okay. And let's see here. Oh, yeah, smells really nice. But see that? Very good. And I purposely tried to dry it out. Looks like I'm going to have to dig some here. Well, I need another tool. I think I can't just pull this one like I did that one. Let's see. I'm trying. I put on my little claw gloves hoping that it would work. And it's not. Give me a moment. Let me go and get something else. Okay, let's see if I got the right tool this time. See if this one works. Trying not to cut too much into the root system. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, very good turmeric. See that turmeric? Very nice. So we'll wash it up and see what we ended up with. That one tore apart. Let's see. I have to keep digging here. Oh, it's down here, guys. Another one. Very nice. It's gonna make for nice tea. There we go. There's the money crop there. Nice turmeric. So I'll wash it up and then I'll come back and show you all of the turmeric and the ginger we ended up with. But very nice harvest, I think. Looks like some more. Hopefully I can get it up. I didn't know it was going to be this difficult to pull this up. But wow, it is. It definitely is. I wonder if it will overwinter since it's so deep. You know what? I'm going to try that method. I'll have to look back at Closet World's video again. Again, if you don't follow her, look for her on YouTube. But she has very good ideas. But I'm going to see if that root system will overwinter and come back next spring. So we'll see on that one. And remember, we talked about these peanuts and what's under the ground. Well, this is the day that we're harvesting those peanuts as well. So we're harvesting out a lot and we're also planting out a lot into the fall garden. So it's time to get those peanuts up today. So let's see what happens here. Keep your fingers crossed, guys. We're gonna see here. Is it anything? Oh, wow. Look at the peanuts. Can you see the peanuts? All of the peanuts. So we do have peanuts. I need to go and get a bowl to harvest these in. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's see if we can't harvest some peanuts. So happy to see these. Looks like a pretty good harvest. They're everywhere, guys. Let me see if I can turn you so you can see all of it. I think that's it for that one. I'm still looking. Well, there were some more coming along, but it was just time to pull them off. Because look, that one was going bad. See that one? It was going bad. So it was time to harvest. And let's see what else we have here. See if we can pull some more here. Let's see. Well, that's one. I'm pulling up the weed blocking material and all with this one. Big root system. Oh, wow. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see it. Try and angle the camera. They're all over the place. That's good. I'm so happy to see that. That's a huge one. I think I'll try to grow peanuts again. This was my first year trying peanuts just to see what we would get. And we got a pretty good harvest. So I'm going to finish up here and I'll bring you back on to show you our end result harvest. Guys, look at all of those peanuts on one plant. I'm so excited. Okay, those are all of our peanuts. I did try to show you that I grew two types of peanuts. There's the wild jungle peanuts that I grew and what's called the jumbo peanuts. So the wild jungle peanuts seem to have been a little bigger, like these, than the actual jumbo peanuts. This is our ginger as I'm washing it up. Very pretty ginger, guys. Very pretty. Look at that. And then look at our turmeric. Very good. Very pretty colors. Um, I thought I broke off a piece to show you. Yeah. See right there how deep gold it is? Very pretty color. And then let's go to our melons. Back in this section in here was where we had all of the lemon watermelons. So we did harvest all of those out. We're finished with those for the season and for the year, for this year. It did do well. We are planning to plant that again next season because it did do very well. And then this collective form of melon. So let me show you what we have here. So see guys, it's turning that color now, that goldish yellowish color. And I am told, because this is again my first year growing these as well, and you see a lot of them over there as well. So I'm told that once it turns that color that they are ready. I did pick one that's right here, and I'm going to cut it open today, taste it, and see if it's ready. And if so, then I'll come back through and harvest the rest of them, because this is the time of the year when we do need to go ahead and clean out the garden and get set for the fall. And of course, look at the sugar baby melon. That's one there. And I saw another one of the very first ones that came out. That's one there, if you can see that one. So the sugar babies are still coming in. I'm sure that there are some more here. I'm just overlooking them. It's getting hot out here, so I will come back through and look at those, and we'll see what happens with the sugar baby watermelons as well. And then let's pan on over to our fall crops here. We have our broccoli and our cauliflower that's coming through, coming up, doing beautiful. Look at that. And then we have our collards and our turnips. And the thing about the collards is that it's facing some bug pressure. So I do need to come in. I don't think that I'm doing a very good job with coming out every morning. Look at that, guys. See that? I got to get those off. They cannot stay on my greens here. So I do need to come in and get those off. I am trying to pick them off as doing it in the organic way as I can. But they're still eating them up. So I do need to come in with something else, I think now, and get a little reinforcement for keeping those pests off of my greens, because they're growing very well. Look at those turnips, doing very well. Some more collards over there coming in. So everything is looking good. And so what's going on now is I'm cleaning out these peppers, harvesting out and cleaning those out. I'm not going to try to overwinter peppers because that's not one of my strong suits. I found that out last year. So I'm not going to try to overwinter them. I'm just going to get rid of them and replant again when the season is in next year. So that would leave this area clear for something to go there. And then since we've harvested out those peanuts, then we do have our Egyptian walking onions left. Some garlic is mixed in here, and some regular green onions are mixed in here. So I will come through here and try to, well, from looking at them, they are turning like a pale color. I need to come in and do some fish emulsion, fertilize these, get a good dose of fertilizer, because I think maybe the peanuts kind of overshadowed them. So I'm going to come in and fertilize those for the fall and winter months. And then this leaves a clear area here. I'm going to come in and mulch that shampoo ginger. And then this grow box is empty now that we've harvested out that ginger and the turmeric. And then maybe now our peas can grow a little bit more. We don't know, but I will come through today, water in very well, and then I need to come in and fertilize very well as well. With removing the peanuts, it is known to be a nitrogen fixer in your garden. So that soil is very rich right now. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the leaves from the peanut plants, and I'm going to put them back into the soil here to further enrich the soil content. So that is always good to have those peanuts growing. You get a crop and you also get a nitrogen fixer for your soil. So there we go, guys. That's the garden so far at a glance. I will come back in later and show you what else we're doing with this garden. We are trying to make some transformations here, and I need to show you those probably later next week or the earlier part of next week. We'll see. And then this is our starts table, our seedling table, and our rutabaga is coming along. It's not quite time to plant that out yet. I don't want to plant it out because we have so much bug pressure at the moment. I don't want it to get eaten up. I want it to grow a little bit more, and then I'll feel more comfortable putting that out. Our turnips are getting eaten up on the table there. I don't know what's going on with that, but I think I'm going to come in with some neem oil today and just start to treat these and what's out in the garden and see what happens with all of that. Our onion is growing up and away. I am going to come in and do a good trim on those, and until I can put them in either a green stalk or out in the bigger garden. I'll see later, and we'll determine what we're going to do with those. And then we have our mustards are coming along very good with this seedling tray here. We have some more some more onions coming along. Look how pretty those mustards are. Pretty colors. So I'm anxious to get those out into the garden. Then we have cauliflower again. And then we have some more turnips that I started off because it seems like we're going to be eating a lot of turnips this year. And then that's some more rutabaga. And I don't know what happened in there. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on with the seedling table here. So far it's still looking healthy. Everything is still looking very well. I'm happy to see that. While we're discussing seedlings, guys, like these are the Brussels sprouts, and look at those roots. So it is time to go ahead and up pot these as well. I may do some on camera. I don't know. I may have to do it off camera. It just depends on the time constraints here. So yeah, just showing you how I know it's overtime to up pot some of these seedlings. And then our moringa tree is just doing its own thing. It's off and running, y'all. And then let's talk about these carrots. I did come in the other day and harvest some of the carrots out. I do need to look and see if some of the other ones are ready. And the way in which I do that is I go around the base to see if I can see anything. And look, guys, see, that one's ready. But the beauty about the carrots is that you can leave those carrots and just harvest what you need, which is always good. See that little orange spot in there? So those are ready. They can be harvested at any time. And I'm just going to push it back over there, and I'm going to push that back in there. And so, yeah, this side is still looking good. I thought that some worm or something was eating the carrots. But then last night, guys, we looked back at the video, the camera system, and my lettuce was beautiful. And guess what? The deer came and was munching on everything. So I'm going to have to put out something this evening to stop those deer. Those deer will totally destroy your garden. And I'm just not happy about that. But they just really just ate up this lettuce here. So we'll see. I'm going to have to think about some type of alternative method so that we can at least eat out of our own garden. I forgot to show you guys how beautiful this calendula is. Look at that. That's a beautiful plant. This is the grow box, and look at the lettuce. It's coming in here. And of course the tiny Tims and the orange hat tomatoes are coming in still beautifully. We have harvested off of this, I think this past weekend. And so we still have a lot of tomatoes left, guys, still coming in. Right there is where I went in and took out that zinnia plant. I did do my seed saving from that. So hopefully we'll get zinnias next year. That's some more lettuce that's coming in. And then it looks like, I think this is a calendula that's coming in here. And let me go around. That's some more of the tomatoes that's still coming in. Let me go around and show you the, I think those are the Isis Candy tomatoes or either the Sun Golds, but let me show you. So these are either the Isis Candy or the Sun Gold. I don't know because I did not label this one. But of course, we have harvested off of here. They're still turning that yellowish, goldish color, pretty. And we still have tomatoes coming in there. We have some green onion here. So our grow box is still doing beautiful. And I'm going to put out some more lettuce in here in these little bare areas here that you see where I took up that zinnia plant. I'm going to put something else here. I'm thinking it's going to be lettuce. And there we go. That grow box is still doing well. As we conclude this episode of Jacquie's Garden Spot, I have enjoyed hanging out with you. I hope that you've enjoyed hanging out with me again today. And as always, I appreciate you visiting the channel and all of your support with my channel. So continue to do what you do, guys. Be well, be blessed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see more content from me. And until the next episode, bye, guys.